Now here in part 2 we're going to work on more tweaking and the facial animation as well. I had mentioned before that I thought the hand was moving a little slow and floaty, and here I'm working in the IPO editor to speed up the hand move as it moves up by adjusting the IPO curves. So I think we're getting closer here. Because I'm just doing the tweaking on various things like the shoulder move, the head turn, how the torso slumps. At this point he's feeling the pain in his shoulder, and so that shoulder kind of drops. So you're beginning to see how it's coming together there. Smoothing out more transitions in the IPO editor. Now I believe we're starting on the hand animation here, just to make the fingers look a little more alive. I used the finger rig style, or the finger rig process from the Man Candy DVD, and it works pretty well. I like it. Here's an example of where I actually deleted a key to smooth out a curve. And again, I think there too. And watching it some more, taking notes, and then trying to go through and fix the notes. It helps me to make a list of things to work on, because I lose track and get caught in the minutia of animating, and after a while I just don't get anything done. I'm just tweaking. So now we're moving on to the facial animation. The body's pretty much there. I'd say it's 90% there, maybe 85. So I'm going to work on the facial animation. And once again, I'm kind of just using the video as a reference to see when he's doing what. When he's grimacing, where he's looking, when he's blinking, things like that. The facial rig is based on Tony Mullen's face rig in his Blender character animation book. It isn't exactly the same, but That's where I really got a lot of the ideas for how it works. So once again, watching it again, I think the mouth is open a little too much at the end. I think I go back and tweak that some. Maybe add an eye blink too. Yeah, here's the eye blink. Generally the eye blinks, unless otherwise needed, unless it needs to be longer, the eye blinks are 2 frames to close, 2 frames closed, and 2 frames to open. But if they're sleepy or tired or something, then you take a little longer than that. That's beginning to look pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to render it out, or I already did. I rendered into my temp folder, rendered it out as numbered stills, and then brought them into Premiere. And what I have here is my animatic. So I have I'm building a rough cut, I guess you could call it, and I'm substituting the animated shots into my animatic, so I can kind of get a sense of how things are flowing here. So you can see a couple of the shots that I've already done. It just helps me keep track of what I've done and what I need to do. So here, let's take a look at the beginning sequence so far. Here's dryer, clothes in a dryer tumbling. The sound effects are kind of off. I haven't moved them around. And there you go. Still a lot of work to do.